Good morning. Today about discuss about the unit number 3 continuation dividend theory and policy. Dividend dividend refer to the business concern net profit distributed among the shareholders. A dividend is a nothing but the return declared to the equity shareholder through the distribution of the profit earned by the organization. According to Institute Chartered Account of India, dividend is defined as a distribution to the shareholders out of profit for or reserve available for this purpose. The next one, dividend policy. A dividend policy can be defined as the dividend distribution guidelines provided by the board of director of the company. It sets the parameter for delivering return of the equity shareholder and the capital invested by them in the business. Then dividend policy. Sorry, types of dividend policy. The types of dividend policy: stable dividend policy, regular dividend policy, irregular dividend policy, no dividend policy. The stable dividend policy. In this policy, the company decide a fixed amount of the dividend for the shareholders, which paid periodically. There is no changes in their dividend even if the company incur loss or high profit. Regular dividend. Here, a certain percentage of the company profit is allowed as a dividend to the shareholder. When the gain is high, the shareholders' earning will also high. It is most appropriate policy to adopt it for creating the goodwill. Irregular dividend policy. Under this changeable policy, the company may or may not pay dividend to the shareholder. The top management of the board of director, it is all the dividend decision as per the priority. The no dividend policy. The company always retain the profit to the fund for the project. Moreover, it has no intention of declaring any dividend to the shareholders. The strategy may to be beneficial for the business growth, but usually discourage the investor aiming the sustainable income. The dividend decision. The decision or types of dividend both are same. The basic types cash dividend are regular cash dividend, extra dividend, special dividend, liquidating dividend. The cash dividend, the most common types of dividend is cash dividend. Commonly, public company pay regular dividend 4 times a year. The bonus share or stock dividend. An issue of bonus share is the distribution of shares free of cost to exceeding shareholder funds. Shares are issued in addition to the cash dividend. Hence, the company may supplement the cash dividend by bonus issue. Issuing bonus shares increase the number of outstanding share company. Stock split. It is essential the same thing a stock dividend except that a split expressed a ratio instead of percentage. Standard method of cash dividend payment. The decision to pay the dividend rate in hands of the board of director of the corporation. When the dividend has been declared, it becomes a debt of the firm and cannot be easily. Sometime after it has been declared, a dividend is distributed to the shareholder at some specific date, and commonly the amount of cash dividend expressed in the terms of dollar per share. Then establishment dividend policy decision. How to firm actually determine the level of dividend they will pay at a particular time. As we have seen, there are good reasons for firms to pay high dividend and there are good reasons to pay low dividend. There are three approaches for the establishment dividend policy. There's three types of dividend policy such residential dividend approach, dividend stable and compromise dividend policy. Stable residential dividend approach. Firm the higher dividend payout will have to sell stock more often. Consistent with this, we will assuming that the firm wishes to minimize the need to see new equity. If it wishes to avoid the new equity shares, maintain the current capital structure. This leftover is called residential and dividend policy is called residual dividend approach. Stable stability of dividend. It is considered described policy by the management of the most companies in practice. Many survey have shown the shareholders all seem generally to favor this policy and value stable dividend higher than fluctuating all the other things being same. The stable dividend policy may have positive impact on market price the shareholder. The constant dividend per share, constant payout, constant dividend per share plus extra dividend. The constant dividend per share. The companies announce the dividend as per cent at present the paid up capital per share. The constant dividend per share policy puts ordinary shareholder at par with preferred shareholder irrespective of the firm investment opportunity. The preference shareholders, those investors who have dividend, the only sources of them income may prefer the constant dividend policy. Constant payout. The ratio of dividend to earning is known as payout ratio. Some companies may follow a policy of constant payout ratio, paying a fixed percentage of net earning year. With the policy of the amount dividend will fluctuate the direct preparation of earning. If a company adopts 40% payout ratio, then 40% every net earning will be paid out. Constant dividend per share plus extra dividend. The smallest company of dividend per share is fixed to reduce the possibility of every missing a dividend payment. By paying extra dividend in period of attempt made to prevent investor from expecting the dividend represent to increase the establishment dividend amount. This type of policy enable a company to pay constant amount dividend regularly without a difficult and allow the great deal of flexibility. The compromise dividend policy, it is a many firms appear to follow the compromise dividend policy. Such a policy based on five main goals: avoid cutting back on positive net present value project to pay out the dividend, avoid dividend cut, avoid to need sell equity, then maintain to target debt equity ratio, maintain target dividend payout ratio. The next one is very important, the factors affecting dividend policy. The factors affecting dividend policy: funds liquidity, past dividend rate, earning stability, debt obligation, investment opportunity, control policy, shareholder expectation, past dividend risk, company financial policy, impact of trade cycle, borrowing ability, legal restriction, corporate taxation policy, government policy, and divisible profit. The fund's liquidity. It should be formed in consideration of retain adequate working capital and surplus funds for the business. Past dividend rate. There should be steady rate of return on dividend to maintain stability. Earning stability. When the earnings of the company are stable and so profitability, the company should provide dividend accordingly. Debt obligation. The organization which leveraged funds through the debt need to pay the interest, um, yes, the interest rate. The next one, investment opportunity. One of the significant factor of dividend policy decision making is determine the future investment need and maintaining sufficient surplus fund for any further project. The control policy, when the company does not want to increase the shareholder, the control over the organization, it tries to party the investment to be unattractive by giving out for the dividend. Shareholder expectation. The investment objectives or intention of the shareholder determine the dividend expectation. Some shareholders consider dividend as a regular income, while um, others seek for the capital gain or value appraisal. Nature of size or organization. Huge entry have a high capital requirement of expansion, diversification of other project. Also, some business may require fund for working capital and other entries require the same for fixed asset. All this impact the dividend policy of the company. The next one, the company financial policy. If the company financial policy is to raise funds through the entire, it will pay higher dividend on the courtesy. On leverage funds, the dividend payout will always be minimal. The next one, impact of trade cycle. During the inflection, when the organization lack adequate the funds for business expansion, the company is unable to provide the dividend borrowing ability. The company with high goodwill has excellent in the capital as well as the financial market. With a better borrowing capability, the organization can give desired the dividend to the shareholder. Legal restriction. In India, the Company Act 1956 legally the organization to pay the dividend to the shareholders, resulting in high goodwill. Then corporate taxation policy. If the organization goes to the substantiable to corporate tax or dividend tax, it would be left with a little profit to pay out as dividend. Government policy. If the government intervenes the particular industry and restrict the issue of shares or debentures, the company's growth and dividend policy also gets affected. The last one, divisible profit. The last but a critical factor of the company's profitability itself, the organization failed to generate enough profit. It want to able to give out decent the dividend to the shareholder. The next one, another one topic, importance of dividend policy. The importance of dividend policy develop the shareholder trust, influence the institutional investor, future prospect, equity evaluation, market value, stability of shares, market for preference shares and debentures, degree of control, rising of surplus fund, tax advantage. Develop shareholder trust. When the company has constant net earning percentage, it secure a stable market value and pay suitable dividend. The influence institutional investor. A fair policy means a strong reputation in the financial market. The company's strong market position attract the organizational investor who tend to leverage a higher sum of the company. Future prospect. The fund adequacy for the next project undertaking an investment opportunity is planned decide its dividend policy such that to avoid liquidity equity evaluation. The value of stock is usually determined through the dividend policy since significance, the organizational growth and efficiency. Then market value stability of shares. A suitable dividend policy means satisfied investor who would always prefer to hold the share for the long term. This leads to stable and positive impact on the stock's market value. The market for preference shares and debentures. A company without the dividend policy may also borrow funds issuing a preference shares and debentures the market along with the equity shareholders. Degree of control. The help of the organization exercise proper control over the business finance since the company may land up with a shortage of fund future opportunity. If the company distribute maximum profit as a dividend, rising surplus fund. This also creates the organization goodwill and image in the market because of which the company becomes capable of raising additional capital and tax advantage. The tax rate are less on qualified dividend which are received as a capital gain when compared to the percentage of income tax charged. Then dividend theories and behavior. Dividend theories, irrelevant dividend, relevance dividend. Solomon approach, approach, Walter method, Golden models. The irrelevance dividend. The dividend policy has no effect on the share price of the company. There is no relationship between dividend rate and value of the firm. Dividend decision irrelevant to the value of the firm. Approach. Under perfect market condition, the dividend policy of the company is relevant and it does not affect the value of the firm under condition of the perfect market. A rational investor, absence of tax between dividend income and capital appreciation given the firm investment policy is dividend policy may have no influence on the market price share. Assumption. The approach is based on the following important assumption: perfect capital market, investor rational, there is no tax, the firm has fixed investment policy, the no risk or uncertainty. The criticism of approach. The approach consider of certain criticism also. The approach, the tax does not exceed. The approach is no risk and uncertainty of investment. The next one, relevances of dividend. According to this concept, dividend policy is considered to affect the value of the firm. Dividend relevance implies the shareholder prefer the current dividend to the direct relationship between dividend policy and the value of the firm. This is a Walter model. Is the dividend policy almost always affected the value the firm. The Walter model based on the relationship between following the importance factor: rate of return, cost of capital. The according Walter model, it is a more than shareholder good reinvesting the earning of paid them matter of indifference whether earning of to return resumption. The assumption the firm usage only internal finance, the firm does not use debt or equity finance, the firm has considered return on cost of capital, the firm has 100% payout, the considered EBS and dividend, very long life. The criticism Walters, it is this extract the finance used of the firm, the constant return may be increased or decreased depending on the business situation. It is based on the concept of capital, but it is not applicable in the real life of the business. Gordon model. One of the popular model which assuming the dividend policy of firm affected the value and based on the following important assumption. The firm is on all equity firm, the firm has no external finance, Cost of capital, the firm preference of the life, there is no tag, constant relationship, it is also. The Gordon model, the following important criticism: there is no debt and equity finance used of the firm. Then equity cannot be considered the real practice. There is no tax paid by the firm. Thank you. Thank you very much.